Hey everyone, welcome back to another video. In today's day and age, if you don't fall in line with the mainstream messaging or the trans ideology, which has become seemingly a very large cult, you can be charged and arrested for not falling in line. And that goes for teacher Enoch Burke, who has been arrested recently. Why? Well, he didn't want to endorse or affirm trans radical ideology. So I will say again that Enoch Burke, who happens to be a Christian man, was arrested today because he refused to endorse and affirm radical trans ideology, and the man happens to be a Christian too. So it seems like Christians nowadays are being persecuted more than ever. And if you don't fall in line, you can be sure that you will be arrested and charged. Even a lady standing outside of an abortion clinic silently praying in her head, you can be sure that she will be arrested and charged for seemingly what? A thought. Imagine that. Thoughts are now become crimes, especially in the UK. The UK has somewhat fallen. It's rather concerning to see what's taking place over there, especially over in Ireland or even Scotland. Now, Enoch Burke was arrested at Wilson's Hospital School after he refused to endorse and affirm transgender ideology. This is a hospital school. And a teacher that knows common sense, that knows reason, rationale, and science and biology was arrested because he didn't want to teach any of this nonsense to students. Now, if you were that teacher, being forced to teach this kind of stuff, what would you do? Would you take a stand? I would like to hope that I would. But then again, it's not just about getting fired these days. It's more than that. It's actually you are arrested. You're taken to prison or to jail for not affirming this madness. Something that we actually all know is not real. It's not true. It doesn't fall in line with biology. But nevertheless, you have these ideological maniacs that control things like this judge Judge Barry O'Donnell, who made almost £400,000, from 2016 to 2018, representing Tulsa as a barrister, ordered this arrest. Tulsa is the Irish State Child Protection Agency, an organization saturated with LGBT ideology, urging staff recently to learn about cross-dressing and drag performers and making acceptance of LGBT and transgender ideology a condition for fostering children. So it's not bad enough now that you got it on social media or they're coming after your kids. It's now in the foster care system too. So these kids don't need any of this nonsense or this crap to be shoved in their faces. But hey, if you want to foster a child, you need to fall in line with the ideology. Even though there is no such thing as a trans child, we know that. Science has told us that. Biology tells us that. But hey, if you say otherwise, like Enoch Burke, you'll get arrested. You'll get charged. When you have an ideological judge, Barry O'Donnell, you can be in a hell of a lot of trouble if he doesn't like you. So that's all you need. A judge nowadays or a police officer that wants to stretch the law in their own favor of more or less this ideology, you can be rest assured that you're going to find out the significant consequences that come as a result of this stuff, even though you shouldn't. Even though there shouldn't be any consequences associated with you if you want to deny trans ideology because it's made up. It was created. Look at John Money. Look what he did to the Rhymer twins. But we're all forgetting about that. We're all forgetting about this mad, crazy cult-like following. A lot of politicians now, they're making an absolute mozza from this. The medical industry are making an absolute mozza too. This judge has made a lot of money from it as well. And the ones that seemingly say, no, I'm going to stand up and I'm not going to have any of this, they're the ones that pay the significant price. Now, should Enoch be arrested for any of this? Definitely not. There's no law saying that let me rephrase that. Freedom of speech, right? These days, you're not allowed to deny. You're not allowed to, because they perceive it to be conversion therapy. Funny that they're the ones that are actually converting young kids into thinking something they're actually not, even though you're the one that's going, no, that's not true. But that's considered conversion therapy, not the other way around. So that's what I mean. in Ireland, I'm not sure what their actual laws are, but it seems like if you don't want to endorse or affirm trans ideology, you can get arrested. So I'm not sure what law Enoch Burke broke, but I don't think he broke any laws. It'd be rather interesting because a judge ordered this arrest. So where does Enoch have any leeway at all? Any legal ramifications? Well, if a judge is ordering an arrest of an actual Irish citizen over something that Enoch refused to do, which I think in a democratic society you have a right to do, but seemingly, according to this judge, he doesn't because he doesn't fall in line with the ideology. Also, it's another element entirely because Enoch is a Christian. So you're not allowed, you don't have safety anymore being a religious person. You don't have religious freedoms. That's all going to be taken away from you. Persecution, left, right, and center if you don't fall in line with the trans ideology. What a mockery to expert Enoch Burke, a Christian teacher, to sit before this man and expect justice. Do you think Enoch is going to expect any justice from a ideological maniac judge? No. You can be rest assured that Enoch will receive the full force of whatever law that judge wants to deem worthy and necessary to pass down to poor Enoch. And that is why I will say again, we need to voice our concerns. We need to make this video go incredibly viral. They have no right to do this. Absolutely none. But they've made every right for themselves. They've changed the law. They've made it all about this radical ideology. And people like Enoch, an actual citizen that's done nothing wrong, they're making it out like he's done everything wrong. So have a watch of this video of Enoch getting arrested. He's a peaceful man. He's a very kind and generous man. But nevertheless, we're going to arrest him and take him off the street. We won't hunt down or charge any of actual criminals. We're going to go after a simple teacher that is a brilliant man that doesn't believe in any of this nonsense.
I have a right to work here.
He has a right.
I have a right to be here. And
You're
I'm not
him.
to tell students they need to tell puberty blockers.
You're arresting him because he won't endorse
Transgender
ideology. Shame upon you.
Here at Wilson's Hospital School, Enoch Burke, teacher, being arrested for not accepting transgenderism.
Nor should I. And I'm not going to turn my back on my duty to my students.
I'm not going to turn back on my duty.
No, you don't have a duty to do what's wrong.
No, you never
and
have
to
a
bring me
duty
before the court. To bring me before the court. To bring me before the court.
There's abuse.
This is a disgrace.
Children are being taught in tell a young boy.
Surgery.
Yes. Surgery, mutilation.
Yes.
Mutilation.
It's a
And
disgrace.
mutilation.
An absolute disgrace.
Mutilation.
An absolute
You're
disgrace.
telling a boy that he's gender neutral. Yeah, that he has to take chemicals. That he has to take chemicals. That he has to take chemicals.
Be heavy-handed.
No, that he has to take chemicals.
I'm not going to be heavy-handed.
He has broken no law.
Shame upon you.
You have no right.
Shame upon you, Garvey. Shame upon you.
You've no right to do what you're doing.
This is an innocent teacher, a Christian man.
And I won't.
Shame upon you, Garda Síochána.
Mr. Burke has broken no law. He has broken no law.
I have a right to my job. I have a right to work here.
He has a right.
I have a right to be here. And
You're
I'm
arresting
not
him.
to tell students they need to tell puberty blockers.
You're arresting him
Not
because
to
he
tell
won't
students
endorse
that they need to
transgender
take
ideology.
Shame upon you,
Shame on you. Shame on you.
Shame on you, man. Shame.
So you've just seen what happened there. We're here at Wilson's Hospital School in Multifarnham.
What's also interesting is a lot of information that is recently coming out saying that there are significant harms for kids going on puberty blockers, cross-sex hormones, and the like. It doesn't seem like the judge cares too much about that. All the judge cares about is his ideology that he subscribed to, the cult-like mentality. And he'll go after anyone he deems necessary that he wants to go after that denies any of his radical beliefs. And that includes Enoch Burke, who said, as you saw in the video, that he has a right to teach his students the truth. In today's day and age, you would hope so, right? In today's day and age, you would think that would be the right thing to do, to teach the kids the truth. But unfortunately, the truth has now become hateful to those that deem the truth to be hateful, meaning the radical judge, because he wants trans ideology instead. He wants to put that at the forefront. That's his truth. That's the cult's truth. And if anyone disagrees, you can be arrested and charged. Unreal. And the police officers, it's my duty. You don't have a duty to arrest a citizen that has done nothing wrong. But nevertheless, these officers of the so-called law, the banana law at the moment, are just trying to do their job. So it would seem. They don't want to stand up for what's right because they would be at risk of losing their own job too. They're going after innocent people, and they're making it incredibly difficult for the ones that are having to arrest, even though they may think that it's the wrong thing to do. I don't know about these officers, but I can only hope that they would know what they're doing is wrong and evil and twisted. They're making it incredibly difficult, not just for everyday citizens, but for the ones that are supposed to enforce a version of a law that is being created by a woke judge. This is nonsense. This is just beyond ridiculous. And if you guys want to help Enoch, share this video around. Let this video go viral. Let everybody know what's going on with Enoch. He doesn't deserve this. And like he said again, I'll repeat as we finish, he has a right to be there, to teach the truth. Anyone that thinks otherwise shouldn't be there because they're the ideological maniacs. Thank you all so much for watching. You take care. You be blessed. And I'll see you all in the next video.